everyone, welcome back to the 2018 Granny Square Crochet Along. Today is our YouTube bonus square day and we are making this little beauty, or big beauty even. It's a whopper 9 inches, as are most of our end of month bonus squares, 9 inches. And we try and keep them about the same size so they work up nicely for sewing together. This is the Dreamcatcher square with all these worlds going on in the middle. So this is a Dreamcatcher square. It is by Sherry Welch from heartmadeblessings.org. I'm not sure if that's .org.uk or .us. I haven't got the whole website address there. So, but it is Sherry Welch from Heart Made Blessings. This is her design. It can be made in any colours you like. You can go as wild and crazy. Every round could be a different colour. A whole rainbow effect. Or you could just do it in one colour. That would still be lovely and effective. I've just chosen to go for these 3 colours today, which I'm going to show you in just a second. So I've got a kind of ombre faded effect, or shaded effect, whatever. So if you think it looks complicated, do not fret. It is actually really simple. It is mostly, this part here in the middle is mostly made up of chains and single crochets, and it is so simple, so simple. And then we've just got double crochets and chains around the edge. So lovely and simple, but beautiful and effective, and a nice way to finish the end of June. So let's I'm going to show you my colours and then we'll get started. So I am going to use these 3 shades of pink. I'm going to use and make a sort of ombre effect with these 3 pinks. You can use whatever you like. So I've got those. I've got my hook, my scissors for changing colour, and a coffee. It is it's getting a bit late at night, so I'm just going to have the coffee to keep me awake, keep me going, and yeah, there we go. I am still getting used to using a different phone to film on, and I know I don't have it perfect yet, so please do bear with me on the light, and the autofocus likes to change a bit. I can't find a way to sort that at the moment, so I do appreciate you just bearing with me on this one until I can get things sorted. Okay, so get your colours or your colour, and let's get started on this Dreamcatcher. Okie dokie. So unusually for me, I'm actually going to start with a magic ring today. You could do the usual chain 4 and slip stitch to that first chain if you prefer, or you can use the magic ring. Okay, I am using the magic ring. Like I said, I don't often use the magic ring. I don't usually find it sturdy enough, but I'm just going to today just change it up a bit. Okay, and you're going to chain 3. So this is what I've done here first of all to secure my magic ring. Counts as my first one, and then 2 more, and this is our first double crochet. And then you're going to do 19 double crochets into your ring. Easy peasy. I'll see you when you have 19 double crochets and you'll chain 3, so 20 altogether. 18, 19, 20. So when you have 20 double crochets in your ring, you are going to slip stitch to your first chain, the top of your chain 3, to close the round up, and then you're not going to have this big ring. You're going to pull that magic ring in, pull that in. You won't be able to put it all the way because you've got a lot of double crochets, but you will be able to pull it nearly all the way. But a little hole in the center is all part of our design, so don't worry about a little hole there. Okay, round two. Round two, we are going to chain 4, and this counts as our first double crochet and a chain 1, and then we're going to do a double crochet in the next stitch and a chain 1, and then we're going all the way around to do a double crochet in the next stitch and a chain 1 all the way around. So you will have 20 double crochets and 20 chain 1 spaces, and I'll see you in a mo. 20 double crochet and chain 1 spaces later. So you have a chain 4 here at the start, so you're going to go into your third chain, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to leave that fourth chain to be that chain 1 space, chain 1 that we did on all the others. So there we go. Now for round 4, this is where we start to do our chains, making it more Dreamcatcher like. So this is also a good place for changing colour if you wish to change colour, which I'm going to do. Okie dokie. So if you are continuing in the same colour, then just slip stitch over into your chain space. If you are changing colour, then fasten off your first colour and join your new colour in the chain space, so chain 1 space. Okay, and then you are going to do a chain 1 and a single crochet in that same space. Then you are going to do a repeat all the way round of chain 3. Move this out of the way. Chain 3, single crochet in the next space. Chain 3, single crochet in the next chain 1 space. Chain 3, single crochet in the next space, all the way around until you get around to the beginning, and then you'll have 20 of these chain 3 spaces, and you will slip stitch into your first single crochet, not your chain but your first single crochet. Here we go, 20 chain 3s and single crochets later. How pretty is this looking already? Love it, love it, love it. And it's going to be so simple to work up. So we are moving on to round 4. Just find the correct part of the pattern. So for our next round, we're going to do exactly the same as what we've done on this round just now. We're going to slip stitch over into our chain space, and that's where you would change colour if you want to change colour into your chain space. Okay, let's move the camera. I think I might have knocked it slightly. There we go. Hopefully that will be a little bit better. There we go. Okay, so chain 1 and a single crochet in this chain space, and then you are going to chain 3 and do a single crochet in the middle of this next chain space. Now when working in a chain space like this, our chain 3, ideally the stitch is going to go in the middle of it, so you can see it's kind of in the center there. If you want to make sure it's in the center, you can always, when you do a chain 3, you can always actually find your center chain and actually work into your center chain like so. Okay, so if I just show you this, so is that going going to focus? Let's stay still, maybe it will. So this one here I've worked over the chain, and this one here I've gone into the chain. So they look slightly different, but they're both good. For a small chain like this, I'm not worried about having to go into the chain itself. So it is up to you though, whether you want to make sure it is actually in the middle, or whether you just are happy with it sort of basically going in the middle of its own accord. Up to you. It is quicker to just go straight into the space and not into the actual chain, but that is entirely up to you. So single crochet, chain, oops, 3, 1, 2, 3, single crochet in that chain space, chain 3 all the way around, and I will see you back around here. And when you have worked all the way around, you are going to slip stitch into your first single crochet. There we go. How pretty is this looking already? Love it, love it, love it. So it is time for round 5. Round 5 is simply a repeat of this round. So don't worry, the next round after that will be slightly different. We are going to be doing a lot of chains in this though. But the next round is exactly the same. So if you want to change colour, change colour into the chain space. If you're sticking with the same colour, just slip stitch across. And then start with your chain 1, single crochet in that chain space, chain 3, single crochet in the next, chain 3, and I'll see you again back around at the beginning. And there we go, at the end of round 5, looking so lovely. I can imagine having this changed, colour changed every round would be so bright and colourful. If you've chosen to change colour every single round, please, please, please show me a photo in the Facebook group. Feel free to tag me in that. I would love to see. Maybe one day I'll do that when I'm not doing a video. Okay, so I said we'll be changing it up a little bit for the next round. We are changing it up a little bit in the fact that instead of chaining 3, you're going to chain 4. So don't get too excited that we're going to be changing up. But we are going to be changing and doing a chain 4. So slip stitch over into your chain space, chain 1 and then a single crochet, and then chain 4. Don't forget it's chain 4 because we are getting bigger now, so we need to allow for the extra sort of diameter really, with this extra chain. So then, as before, into the next chain and single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4 chains and a single crochet into the next space, chain 4 and a single crochet into the next space. There's always going to be 20 spaces, but the chains are getting longer because our circle is getting larger. So chain 4, single crochet all the way around, slip stitch into your first single crochet, and I'll see you when you're done, when I'm done. And there we are at the end of round 6, looking gorgeous. Love, love, love this. Thank you, Kelly, for finding the pattern for us. So that's the end of round 6. Now for round 7 and round 8, we are going to repeat exactly what we've just done by doing our single crochet and then chain 4. I can't count there, 3, isn't it? 4. So single crochet, chain 4 all the way around for 2 more rounds. So you're going to chain 1 and do a single crochet. Actually, oh, sorry there, sorry, hitting the camera there. So you're going to slip stitch into your chain space as before, chain 1, single crochet, chain 4, and single crochet in the next chain space. Chain 4 all the way around, slip stitch into your first single crochet just as you have done in every round so far, and then do one more round in exactly the same way. Make sure you slip stitch over to the next chain space. Yeah, so 2 more rounds like that, and I'll see you for round 9. How gorgeous does this look? I love it. Would make a lovely like doily or coaster. If you made it in using like the thin cotton thread, it would be beautiful for some, you know, doilies and things. I know that sounds quite old-fashioned saying doilies, but you know, they still look good in the right place. Stick a plant on it. Anyway, so many uses, but beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so we now have got 2 more rounds to go of doing our chains before we start to square it off. And because we're getting bigger, we need to increase our chains once more to now do a chain 5. So do a slip stitch over into your chain space, chain 1, and do a single crochet, and then chain 5. And do a single crochet in your next chain space, chain 5, and a single crochet in the next chain space. This is where, when your chains are a bit bigger, you might decide you want to go into the actual chain rather than in over the chain, but that's entirely up to you, whichever you prefer to do. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a single crochet all the way around. Slip stitch into your first single crochet, which is here, and because it does sort of like disappear a bit into the previous round, so if you need a bit of help there, just put a stitch marker on it or something to help you there. Okay, so all the way around, chain 5, single crochet, and then slip stitch into your first single crochet, and then you're going to repeat that for a second round. Do your slip stitch over into your chain space, and then your chain 1 single crochet, and a round of chain 5 single crochet. So 2 of these rounds, and then it'll be time to square off. So I'll see you soon. How gorgeous and lovely is this looking? I am absolutely loving this. I have fastened off my yarn because I'm going to do that 3rd pink for my squaring off rounds for the outside. So if you want to change colour, grab your colour now, and let's get started. If I can untangle whatever's going on here, let's get started. Okay, if you are keeping the same colour going, you which is up here, you just want to do as before and slip stitch over into your chain space. But I've fastened mine off, and then, you know, I like to change it up a bit sometimes where my ends start and finish. So I've just come down to the bottom here. So I've just joined my new colour with a slip stitch, and now I'm going to chain 4 as my first treble crochet. Okay, chain 4, and then you're going to work 6 treble crochet in the same chain space. So that's 2 yarn overs into your chain space and do a treble crochet. Now remember, your chain spaces can be a bit floppy, so you might want to just hold on to that a little bit closer than you normally do. So you're going to do, what did I say, 6 treble crochets. So you will have a total of 7, including that first chain of 4. So do those trebles. How many have we got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 more. So 7 in the first chain space. There we go. And then you are going to do 4 double crochets in the next chain space. 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. A half double crochet into your single crochet. So this single crochet in the middle of your chain, a half double crochet in that single crochet, and then 3 single crochet in this next chain space. 1, 2, 3. Have I done 3 there? Yes, I have done 3. And then a single crochet in the next single crochet here. 3 single crochets in the next chain space. 2, 3. A half double crochet in the next single crochet. 4 double crochet in the next space. 1. Oops. See what I mean about these chain spaces being a bit floppy? 2, 3, and 4. 4 double crochet. And then 7 treble crochet into the next chain space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll show you what we have going on so far. Make sure I've got 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is it so far from corner to corner. I know my lighting's not the best, so I apologise about that. But there we go, so far. So far, so good. So, continuing around, grab some more yarn. Okay, so we are going to do 4 double crochets in the next chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4. A half double crochet in the single crochet. 3 single crochets in the next chain space. Single crochet in the single crochet. 3 single crochets in the next chain space. A half double crochet in the next single crochet, and 4 double crochet in the next space. And 7 treble crochets in the next chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 4 double crochet in the next chain space. 1, 2, 3, 4, half double crochet in the single crochet, 3 single crochets in the next space, single crochet in the single crochet, 3 single crochets in the next chain space, half double crochet in the next single crochet, 4 double crochet in the next space, okay, just a bit of a knot going on there, and then we are back to 7 treble crochets, 7, oops, getting in the tangle, 7 treble crochets in the next space, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops, my arm's going to fall on the floor there. So that's 7 treble crochets, 4 double crochets in the next space, 1, 2, 3, 4, half double crochet in the single crochet, 3 single crochets in the next space, single crochet in the single crochet, 3 single crochet in the next space, half double crochet in the single crochet, 4 double crochet, and then you are back to the beginning, and you're going to find the top of this chain 4 and do a slip stitch, and that is the end of your squaring off round. There we go. Let's try and straighten this out a bit so you can see what's going on. There we go. It is time to make this a bit bigger and to square it off a little bit more than it is. These cornery bits are a bit round at the moment. So what you're going to do is, where you slip stitch in the top of this first chain, you're going to do a slip stitch over to the next stitch. Just like so. And then you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to skip the next stitch. So this chain is coming at the top of this second treble crochet here. And then you're going to skip the next stitch. And then work 7 double crochet in the next stitch. So this will be your 4th treble crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So it's your center treble crochet, if you like. You're going to work 7 double crochets into there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And chain 1. And then you're going to skip a stitch and do a double crochet in the next stitch. So you've now got a kind of mirror image. This chain 4 counts as your double crochet in chain 1, and then you've got your 7 double crochets and then a chain 1 double crochet. So it's a bit like a mirror image basically. And then you are going to, all the way along, you're going to do chain 1, skip a stitch, and double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip a stitch, double crochet in the next stitch. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Don't miss these little stitches down at the bottom. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. 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 And then let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, find your center stitch of your treble crochets, your fourth one. 1, 2, 3, 4. So do your next chain 1, then you'll be skipping the next stitch and then 7 double crochet into that middle stitch, that middle treble crochet. 7 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. Work this all the way along. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet all the way along, just as we have done along this row here. Okay, and then when you get to your middle stitch here, your fourth one, you're going to do your 7 double crochets, and then again chain 1, skip 1, double crochet all the way along here. Then your corner again, and then all the way along, chain 1, skip 1, double crochet. And then you're going to join here, and I'll meet you to join here at the end. Okay, when you've finished all those stitches, all 136 stitches in total, you are going to finish off by joining to the top of your chain 3. And that is the end of round 13. Looking rather gorgeous and rather lovely, and as these big squares happen to be, they don't fit on my screen very well. Look, it's fitting the screen. So there we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm just going to pause the video a moment and just have a measure and see what size I'm up to. Okay, so I am up to 9 inches now for my square. Excuse me, so I'm not going to do the very last round for my square. The very last round is exactly the same as the one we've just done, in that you will chain 3. So you'll start here and you will chain 3 for your first double crochet, and then you will double crochet along the next 6 stitches, which will bring you to your corner middle stitch, and then you will do 5 double crochet in that stitch, and then you'll do 33 double crochets along. So it was 29 last time, it will be 33 this time, and then again 5 double crochet in your corner stitch, and then all the way along 1 double crochet in each double crochet, and then your corner and all the way back up, and your corner and all the way back along. So if you wish to do that, then do that. If you don't want it as big as that, but you need a little bit more size on your square, then you could do exactly the same but do single crochets. So instead of a chain 3 here, just start with a chain 1 and then single crochet into your first stitch and then do 5 single crochets in each corner instead of double crochets. And that's that. If you wanted to continue and make this a massive big wall hanging of multicolours, that would be really cool. You could just keep going with your edges, or you could even just keep going with these chains as well. If you wanted to keep going with these chains to make this part bigger, to then make a really big wall hanging or something, you could just every 2 rows you would need to make your chains bigger. So we started with 1 chain, then we went to 3, then 4, then 5, and then you would then do 2 rows of 6, chain 6, then single crochets, and then you do 2 rows of chain 7. So your chains would just get bigger and bigger every time until you decided it was big enough. And there you go. So I'm going to fasten this little beauty off, and we've only got a few ends to sew in. I didn't change colour too many times. As I said, I would love to see your squares in our Facebook group, which there's a link in that little description below. Have a look there, come and join us if you haven't already, and show me your photos. I would love to see. If you want to tag me in that, then please do tag me as Jo Norman. I am also known as Teacup Jojo because I've usually got my cup of tea or coffee on the go. Not so much at the moment because it's summer and it's been quite warm. So anyway, I'm going to stop waffling and leave you to finish up if you need to finish any. And if you found this useful and helpful and you've enjoyed crocheting along with me, then please give me a thumbs up, click that like button, and if you haven't subscribed, then hit that subscribe button. Any comments, questions, leave them right down the bottom of the page in the comments or in the group. And until next time, just keep hooking and don't let your tea get cold.